Okay, this video is going to be quite controversial because it's about some controversial things, and people will probably sort of like leave me comments and moan. If you want to moan and whinge, go and whinge and moan at somebody else. I really can't be bothered. If you want to leave me negative comments, blah, because I ain't going to reply. Okay, I'm fed up of people whinging, moaning to me about every single little thing they find wrong in their lives. I'm finding that as I get older, I simply can't be asked. I can't be asked if, I don't know, just something stupid happens, like the bread isn't wrapped up right, or, the can's got a hole in it, oh, or, the can appears to be damaged. Ooh, you've got to spend another 50p to get another can. Or, there are some big things to moan about in the world. People in some developing countries have got some huge things to moan about. So today on Facebook, I come across an article about vaping and about the new laws, like it's some kind of great big giant thing, new laws. And once again, it's the anti-smoking lobby telling people who vape, vaping is a way of smoking through an electronic process of some sort of weird pipe thing. Don't really know. Anyway, so it's the anti-smoking lobby telling people, you can't do this, it's got to be that, you've got to sell a minimum. And I just read it and I was just like, really? Okay. The anti-smoking lobby has got to the government now and forced them to sell quantities of tobacco in plain packaging. So you're only allowed to buy a certain quantity of tobacco in certain packaging, whereas before you were allowed to buy it in smaller packs. But now you've got to buy it in larger packs, no packaging, no to say who it is. In other words, plain packaging. These are the same people who complain about drinking. And these are probably the same people who complain about sex. They don't want any drugs, any sex, any tobacco, any drinking. They're sad, little miserable people who have no life, who are miserable little people who have no life at all. And I'm sick of them. Okay? If people basically want to smoke drugs, it's their choice. If they want to smoke, it's their choice. If they want to drink, it's their choice. And if they want to engage in any sort of sexual practice, except paedophilia and bestiality, it's their choice. They're adults. Why have we not realised that in this world everybody is an adult? We're not children anymore. In this country, basically, the country I live in, which is the United Kingdom, basically there are sanctimonious people that go around going, I help people stop smoking. You can't turn around and say to somebody, I want you to quit smoking. Because you can't do that. You can't say to somebody, you're going to quit smoking. Because it never works. People either want to quit or they don't. You can't tell them that they're not going to. Mm-hmm. It's the same as drinking. You can't tell an alcoholic you're going to stop drinking. Because either they want to or they don't. They're adults, so they know the actions of what they're doing. You have to let people have that choice. You can't step in. You've got to stop being nosy and interfering. right? You can't stop saying to somebody, well, I don't agree with your sexual choices. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Do you think you're this moral little compass going around with your little Bible going, I don't like drinking, I don't like people that smoke, I don't like people that this. Pretty soon you're going to run out of things that you don't like. So stay in your own house and don't even come out, right? I don't like people that do this. I don't agree with people that I don't agree. I don't agree. And that's all you hear on the news. You know, you turn on the news and you hear some horrific things from overseas happening. I read the other day that Spain will be hit by a huge tsunami. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I didn't read too much into the story, I just glanced at the headline. But if that is true, can you imagine? And then little people sit and moan at bus stops. I think adults are fully aware of the circumstances of what they do. Like, for example, smoking. Oh, smoking causes cancer. That costs the NHS. Everything costs the NHS. I think, to be quite honest, we've got this thing about, oh, that costs the NHS, that costs the NHS. What do you want to cut to cost the NHS less? Everything apart from, I don't know, having babies. Old people cost the NHS. Fat people cost the NHS. People with cancer cost the NHS. Mental health costs the NHS. People with drug problems cost the NHS. People with cancer. Just shut up. I'm getting really fucking sick and tired of it. If my rant doesn't actually make any sense, it does actually in one way. If you don't like something, go away from it. If you don't like people that smoke, go away from them. Nobody's forcing you to stand in the same room as them. And if you're in a garden and somebody's smoking near you and you don't like it, go away from them. If you don't like drinking, you don't have to engage in people that drink. And if you don't like somebody's sexuality or sexual practices, tough. It's not up to you. You didn't make this world. You didn't shape it. People are adults. Stop treating people like children. And if you have such a sad, pathetic, miserable little life that you get annoyed about these things and you want things done because that's your right, and you think that's your right, then fuck you. Because I am sick to death of people like you. If you're not that sad and pathetic, and that's the only thing you see, I don't like smokers. Look at countries where people, look at Syria. Look at Syria, where Syria's been bombed to shit. Yeah. Look at the people of Syria. You don't get people there saying, don't like people that smoke. There's rubble. There's buildings on fire. They haven't got anything. Look at Africa. They wouldn't know what a pack of cigarettes were. So, fuck you and your first world problems. Go and take them somewhere else and tell them to somebody that actually is interested. As usual, I've been Fox Mulder, and if you've got any opinions and you think they're valid about, oh, I don't think smoking should be allowed because it I'm not really interested, to be quite honest. So, yeah, anyway, next video is not going to be about Kim Kardashian's butt and people who are interested in Kim Kardashian's butt. Anyway, I'm Fox Mulder, signing out.